Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to Dark Souls Remastered with the Tomb of Giants. Okay, so I made it back. Listen, all I want to do is get through this area. I don't want to get killed by a skeleton. I don't want to fall down any holes. You know, none of that. All I want to do is just peacefully, without any problems, make it through this place, because if I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a little tired of redoing this area. You really cannot see shit. Especially, I'm recording this during the daylight. So, oh shit, is this the wrong one? No, it's not. There's two of them here. Shit, I forgot. And I'm dead. Okay, I'm done with this. I'm not gonna do this. We are going to go to Lost Izalith and pick up the the Chaos Bug. Oh, but then that means we have to kill Solaire, don't we? It's gonna be kind of shitty though, because you can miss out on Solaire if you don't. All right, we're gonna go to Lost Izalith. It's just. It's too difficult. Maybe I could do it with a million more tries, but this is such a frustrating area that I'm not gonna fuck around with it. I want to play the game, you know? And I want you to watch me play the game instead of just cutting to the same area over and over again. Where does he store that? Still the #1 lore question of Dark Souls. Where does your character put the Lord Vessel while it's on him? Probably under that hat. So, Lost Izalith. This should be basically a cakewalk. Lost Izalith is up to the Bed of Chaos, not a terribly difficult area. So, yeah, we can just kind of chill. No, I'm not gonna, because you can get locked out of being able to get Solaire stuff. And you for sure don't want that to happen. Now, I'm fairly sure I did not... Yes, no, I did not unlock the the other Daughter of Chaos, that's what it's called. And then yes, I still have Eye of Death farming on my mind. I know I'm supposed to do that. Probably once we're done with Izalith. I really want to get to Rhea first and kind of rescue her. Well, not kinda, actually rescue her. So yeah. We'll get on this right now. So Ceaseless should be easy enough if I do the trick. You know, the cliff trick. Demon Fire Sage really depends. It's kind of a mixed bag, that boss. Yeah, I don't want to deal with these guys. That one is really a mixed bag. Most of the time it is easy, so probably don't have too much to worry about. And then Centipede I will kill with Solaire because of the Sunlight Metal. And then unfortunately we will have to let Solaire perish, because he has a catalyst. A unique catalyst. Not catalyst. What do you call these chime? This is not a chime. Talisman. He has a unique talisman, which is actually fairly good. It's not the most powerful one because Rhea's is the most powerful one. But I think it's the second most powerful for sure. Still got quite a ways to go, of course. First of all, to get my weapon. It's gonna take ages. I mean, look at my stats, 15, 18. So we need 6 more levels of Dex and 9 more levels of Strength. Because I want to use it one-handed. I mean, I could go full two-handed, but the one-handed R2 is actually very good on the weapon. I'm talking about Ornstein's Spear. Especially if you're playing a character that's faith-based, because here's the thing, like, Ornstein's Spear works by basically only the lightning damage scales off of faith. So it does both physical damage and lightning damage, and it has dex scaling, but in terms of the actual lightning effect, that only scales off of faith. But believe me, as I always say, a normal weapon buffed is always gonna be more powerful. It's kind of in the nature of the game. So anyways, aside from that, today is Friday. Tomorrow I am gonna be streaming, just as a sort of little reminder for people. 8 p.m. Central European time, as always. So yeah, currently doing the Knight's Honor run, which is going fairly well. So yeah, don't worry, I'm not a new servant. I just wanna hit up this bonfire. This bonfire. There we go. So yeah, we're gonna be continuing that. And then from Sunday to Wednesday, I'm gonna be going on vacation. So I'll most likely, well no, not most likely, I'll have pre-recorded videos ready for sure. But yeah, you know, just traveling a little bit. It's probably gonna be my last holiday of the summer. And then I still got... I genuinely don't know what determines whether you take damage there or not. And then probably I'll have a week off sometime in November or December. The problem is, you know, where I work, because I work for retail, like, you know, the retail store, the kind of the Christmas period is always extremely busy. So most people do not have the opportunity to take any days off before Christmas. So usually, you know, I take November. Which is nice, you know, sometimes it's nice to go on holiday with friends or the fam. But sometimes it's nice to just chill at home for a week, you know, get some things done. Alright, he's gonna be pissed once I take his shit. Or his sister's shit, more like. So yeah, apparently people told me that what happens, what he does, because I asked like what the fuck he's doing. He's literally ripping his own arm out. That's how pissed he is at us. And he's gonna use it as a swinging weapon. Which kind of, you know, don't wanna butt into Ceaseless Discharge's business, but long term that doesn't seem like the smartest idea, you know. Ain't judging, but just as a heads up for the future, you know, doesn't seem like the best decision. Anyways, with this trick, this boss is easy as piss. It's not even a trick, like, it is intentional. This is, for a while I remember at the start people thought that this was a glitch, but it's not. God, I'm dealing no damage. Fuck off. Yeah, again, there was a period where people thought this was not supposed to happen, but no, it is. It's completely intentional. 20,000, that's not a lot. I'm gonna be honest with you. Not even a level, right? Actually, I don't know how to check that. You can. You can check it somehow, but I don't remember how. I don't know if I talked about this, but well, I probably have. But there is a way to skip this boss completely. Ceaseless discharge, I mean. People figured it out, and for a long time people didn't think it was possible. But there are actually enough kind of weird hitboxes on these lava rocks. Like for example, if you stand here, the lava doesn't have a hurt box, or here. So with some careful, I mean very careful planning, you can completely make it through this area to the other side without ever killing Ceaseless. And it also affects the area in some weird ways, the subsequent area. Like some enemies won't spawn and all that. Ouch. I was really banking on that, stunning him. And it worked out. Like for example, if I remember correctly, the next bonfire is not gonna spawn if you skip Ceaseless. I've never done it. I've never done the Ceaseless skip because it's fairly difficult to execute. Like, not fairly, it's extremely difficult to execute. And I don't know, the payoff, unless you're speedrunning, is not really... Oh, shit. How did it grab me so perfectly? Jesus. Just like sniped out. At least it didn't vomit on me or didn't spit its acid, because that's the annoying attack. Like, dying I don't mind. But the problem with that attack is it literally breaks all your equipment in one hit. Which is, believe me, in this game it's a lot more of a problem than dying. I think so, at least. This might be too high. No, it's not. Because fall damage is meaningless in this game. And up there somewhere is the Tomb of Giants, which we're gonna get to. We're gonna get to, don't worry. We're only 13 minutes in and I feel like I'm making okay progress here. Yeah, you can jump if you want. It really don't matter. See, did you see that Leo Ring counter? The reason that does 140 damage is thanks to the Leo Ring. When I hit him during that jump, that was not a counter, that was a... I don't know what it's called. But there's another kind of hit, like if you hit the enemy during rolling or jumping or all that, that's one sort. And there is actual countering where if you dodge an enemy attack and you hit him. And the Leo Ring only increases that, only for thrust weapons. And that might seem very limiting. But believe me, it works out. The Leo Ring is one of the best weapons in the game. Okay, so as not to repeat my previous mistake. Ouch. You know what? Fuck you. Oh, go through the pillar, why don't you? It's okay, I'm turning into human form anyways, I don't care about the Estus. Seriously? Gravelord Sword, come on. Yeah, this is... Whoa, that's actually a lot of damage. Just noticed. Cool. Do I only have two twin humanities? Well, shit. Not that it matters, honestly. Normal humanities work just as fine. For their intended purpose. Kindle this bitch. And this time I'm not in human form. As I apparently found out a couple of times I've been through here. This is a... People like to invade in this area. I have no idea why, but... You know, that's their decision. Like, for example, if we bait out... So I do 49 damage. But if I try to bait out their... But does it not count as a counter? Whatever. It really should. Whatever. Everyone's favorite enemy. As in, no one's favorite enemy. This guy is very, very boring. Stab its shit. Alright, peace out. Curious as to how this will go. Again, there's usually two possibilities here. It fucking annihilates me. That's what it's gonna do. I'm dead. Yeah, that combination... Without sounding like Dark Side Phil or DSP, there's literally nothing you can do about that. Unless you have enough HP to survive the second hit. Or if you can block it or something. But otherwise, the state that I was in, yeah, it's actually an inescapable kind of death situation. But you know, whatever, those happen. Thank you. Oh shit, that's not a lot of damage. Okay, that's more like it. Still not terribly huge. This thing is actually weak to fire, strangely. I'll take that. I was in the AoE. Only downside of Emit Force, takes a while to cast. But because this is a fairly large enemy, it's the perfect vehicle to use your Gravelord. And now we just have to stab him in the ass a couple of more times. Like to get him out of that corner or that wall. Because he's kind of in a... But see, this is the Leo ring. The reason I was doing 125 damage there. He's really putting me in a bad place. How he's positioning himself. Kinda that's the intention, I guess. Counts as a thrust attack too. Alright, it's dead. Fairly easy, even with the one death. Yeah, not exactly. He ain't exactly meant to be a super challenging boss. Or I don't know, is he meant to be? He can just get you with that little asshole-ish situation. Alright, what do we want to go for? Yeah, I feel like I haven't upgraded my faith in ages. Which is very true, I haven't. I really want to at least get the dex requirements for my weapon. Because with strength I can two-hand it. With dex there is nothing I can do. Just gotta wait it out, you know. Do we need to kindle that? I do have 8. We don't need to kindle that. With Solaire this is usually very easy. And when I say this, it's usually the point I start dying. Come on, Solaire, there you go. I'm only doing this for the sunlight medals, because how many do I have? I have 6. I think there is like a couple more you can pick up in some places. You know, that's genuinely good, because with the Covenant had to farm for these sunlight bugs less. Cool. We've seen enough. There was some news a couple of days ago, by the way. I don't know how this kind of came to my mind about the Switch version of this game. Wow, that honestly seems really random sometimes. Alright, Solaire, come on, don't walk into the lava. Try not to, you know. Yeah, the Switch version of this game, it's gonna be released, I think in September, right? Honestly, I'm not gonna get it. I have a Switch now. I've gotten a Switch a few weeks ago. And I love it, but I don't need another Dark Souls. I know, I guess, yeah, portable Dark Souls as an idea is good, but... Oh shit. What kind of attack was that? Bitch slap? Alright, bitch slap. How does that deal no damage? Come on. There you go. That was a perfect kind of demonstration of what Gravelord Sword Dance can do. I mean, that's fair. That's a fair bit of damage, you know. Let's stop fucking around. That is a lot of damage. Holy shit, that is a lot of damage. This thing must be weak to... I don't exactly know. Does it deal fate damage? Or like divine damage? I think it does. Or it just has no HP. Thanks, Solaire. A bro, as always. And then... to repay it, I'm not gonna rescue you. You know, nothing personal, it's just that... kind of part of the deal, part of the playthrough. So yeah, again, back to the Switch. Yeah, I don't want another Dark Souls. I'd rather get, if I'm gonna get another game that's in this vein, I'll get Salt and Sanctuary, which I've heard good things about and I've never played. But there are some other games I want. The one I really want right now, I'll probably buy it on the eShop, is Little Nightmares. Because I never got to. Well, I was gonna pick it up on Steam sale, but then I missed it when it was like really on sale. There's also No Man's Sky, you know. That's, from what I've heard, No Man's Sky is actually legit good now. There was a massive patch. But I don't know. Little Nightmares is kind of what I'm interested in. Aside from, I'm playing the shit out of Bayonetta, which is a absolutely fantastic game. Basically everything that I've ever heard about Bayonetta was true. And it really is the successor of Devil May Cry, even though, I have to stress this, I did enjoy the new Devil May Cry, you know, DMC, but I also get why people were pissed at it. But Bayonetta, man, I heard the second one is even better. Still going through this first one, which is a fairly lengthy game and fairly difficult. Like, even on normal, Bayonetta is not easy. There's a fair bit of challenge, especially if you don't wanna, you know, get roasted and be given the stone trophy. You really have to be on top of your game. See how much a few points of dex can affect a weapon's damage. Although this thing is, I think it's CC scaling, right? DC Comics. Man, a few weeks ago, maybe 1.5, 2 weeks ago, I finally gathered enough strength, and there's no other way to put it, to watch Justice League. Holy shit. I don't know if I can even say anything that hasn't been said before, but man, what a fucked up movie that is. It looks like, I don't know, that movie looks like no one wants to be there, you know? I don't know. I don't know what DC is doing with their movies. I think it's like, at this point, unfortunately, I think it's too late to do a reboot and just kind of say, you know what, fuck it, we're doing a completely new universe, starting from scratch. Because for some reason the movies still make inordinate amounts of money, which is to be expected. But goddamn, that Justice League, the special effects are awful. Like, how can you have a movie with that big of a budget and have the CGI be absolutely unbearable? It's literally, that's the way I describe it, unbearable, the CG. I always fall for that. I have a lot of souls. I'm gonna have more by the end of this. So I don't know. Okay. Let's not fuck this up. In fact, this is a perfect use of the R2 of the Partisan, which is actually a fairly good attack. I'm going full Oberyn Martell on these motherfuckers. I'd say, you know, if you want an Oberyn Martell cosplay, this is the weapon to go for, the Partisan. The Partisan has the looks and the... Fuck, what is it called? The spear in Dark Souls 2 that has the fancy moveset. That one has the moveset. You know, kind of the twirling around and all that. See, it still had that one as well. This is very good range. And also a massive hurt box. Cool. Still doing well on time, I think. I'll do the stuff with Solaire. I'll make this video a tiny bit longer, but then we got through 3 bosses and basically an entire area's worth of shit in half an hour. This is probably, I've said this before, right? This is probably the most Bloodborne enemy of Dark Souls. Kind of shows you they always had Oh yeah, why don't I... If we have the Leo ring, you know, why not utilize it? This is a gank. Except no, because she's really weak. Nice block. Yeah, I'm gonna be a scumbag. No, I'm not gonna be a scumbag because he's an invader. What up, Kirk? You got owned. Got the barbed straight sword as well, which is not a bad weapon. Not a good weapon either. One more obstacle to get through. As 2 more obstacles to get through. Because there is asshole demon, Titanite demon. And then, after I'm done here, I swear we're going to the Tomb of Giants. You'll see how different it will be. Getting Rhea, and then we'll go farm for some Eyes of Death. This guy is an asshole. I'm surprised that didn't kill me. Because I don't have the most HP out of any character ever. Prep Emit Force, because I have 100,000 souls almost. Oh yeah, it's fine, don't hit him. Absolutely no problems in that. What's up, Solaire? There's a lot of there's a lot of damage. Man, this is a good ass spell. And this is not that much worse than Wrath of the Gods, this spell. Bow before the bro. You gotta. And for all our effort, we get the Sunlight Talisman. And that is probably, again, one of the better catalysts in the game. I think in terms of how much Miracle Adjust it's gonna have. Yeah, this one is still better. It's kind of like the same situation with the Logan Catalyst, that these like ace scaling catalysts only become good in very high faith situations. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this episode here. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Dark Souls Remastered, and I'll see all of you next time. Goodbye.